For any midfielder or attacking midfielder, goals should be an important part of your game, and Jude Bellingham is someone that we can learn from. Earlier this month, Bellingham played against Betis and scored a fantastic goal, which is all about his movement off the ball. Picking up the ball in the wide areas of the pitch, Bellingham could have recycled it and then kept back trying to keep possession of the ball. But instead, he decided to pass the ball inside and make a run forwards. Bellingham decided to be positive, looking to move forward off the ball that would create problems for the Betis players and their back four. This pass across inside to Brahim Diaz allowed Bellingham to move forwards towards the penalty area. And this is because the defence were unaware of his movement. Diaz, with the ball at his feet, then had the opportunity to lift the ball over the defender's heads into the path of Bellingham as he made that run forwards. Bellingham made this run forwards as he noticed there was space in behind the defence that he could attack. Bellingham's good vision and awareness allowed him to notice that as he played this ball sideways, the defence's attention focused on that ball player. They would step up closer to the player on the ball, which left space in behind, allowing him to attack and make that run forwards. This position in the penalty area was a position that had a huge amount of opportunities compared to the position that he was in 30 or 40 yards away from goal. Bellingham was then in a position to bring the ball down on his chest and slot the ball casually past the goalkeeper to score his 17th goal of the season. So we're going to take a look at 3 different midfield players, all with an attacking influence on the game. And we're going to check and see what they do that can lead to more goals or potentially less goal-scoring opportunities. Our first player that we'll look at is Martin Odegaard of Arsenal. He is a midfielder that loves to be creative. He likes to sit deeper, trying to get on the ball, combining with his striker and his wingers, looking to create opportunities by sitting in front of the position's back four and combining with his attacking players. And we also have Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes. He likes to drift wide to receive the ball and makes the occasional run in behind the defence. And these are players that are capable of scoring many goals. But we're comparing them to Real Madrid's Jude Bellingham. His start to the season has been incredible. He's a box-to-box midfielder who loves to break in behind the opposition's defence. And is that a reason as to why Bellingham has scored so many goals this season? And can we expect to see more midfielders doing that in order to do that and score more? As midfielders, we all have different styles of playing. But do these styles have any correlation between the types of goal and the amount of goals that they score? If we take a look at the stats from this season so far, Jude Bellingham, Martin Odegaard and Bruno Fernandes have had varying seasons. Odegaard is performing flying high at a fantastic Arsenal team, and Bellingham has just been sensational. But Bruno is not scoring as much as he previously has done. And is Bellingham therefore doing something different to score more goals? And is that something that is easy? If it were, every single player out there would be doing so. So for any midfield player to score more goals, it's important to be in a position where there is more opportunity for you. And you've got to make sure that you're in the attacking half of the pitch and focusing on the different areas of that attacking half. We have the central area where a lot of possession is staged and attacks are based from, the wide area of the pitch, and then the advanced area of that attacking half. As a midfielder or an attacking midfielder that wants to score more goals, it's important that you realise where you can get in a position where there's most opportunities. And that position is in the advanced area of the pitch. And typically that advanced area is the penalty area. And we can see that Bellingham likes to make lots of runs forward through the progressive passes received stat. And these are completed passes that move the ball towards the opponent's goal line from at least 10 yards distance. Bellingham gets into positions where he can receive the ball closer to the opposition's goal. And Bellingham's stats are quite high in this area. But attacking midfielders more likely to score more goals if they receive a higher number of progressive passes. And from this current 23-24 season, we can see which attacking midfielder receives the ball most from these progressive passes. Again, we're looking at our sample of Bellingham, Odegaard and Bruno Fernandes. So far this season, Fernandes has received the ball 5.91 times from those progressive passes. Odegaard slightly lower, but Bellingham is slightly ahead. So yes, it does give him a better opportunity. The more passes you receive in advanced positions, the better chance to score more goals. Although actually, the key indicator is touches in the attacking penalty area. If you can take more touches in the penalty area of the opposition team, there's got to be a higher chance of you scoring. Bruno Fernandes and Odegaard, because they sit deeper, have a lower number of touches per game, whereas Bellingham's is higher. Now, in both categories, the player with the most progressive passes received and attacking touches in the penalty area has had the most goals. A lack of movement brings these stats down. And one of the big reasons this season that Bruno Fernandes has scored less is that they're no longer making these runs forwards and having this movement in behind the defence. And because of that, his goal-scoring threat has become less. Earlier on in the season, Bruno was making runs behind, but he's now playing more passes from a deeper position or sideways passes that keep possession. Now, this allows the defence to be solid and protect their goal. But against Burnley earlier this year, Fernandes made a run in behind the defence that allowed the ball to get played over the top of them. And from here, Bruno was in a position where he could get on the end of this through ball over the top, and strike a clean volley on goal that was drilled into the bottom corner of the net. Now, if Fernandes stayed deep, would he have scored this goal? The answer to that is no. So Fernandes wouldn't have scored if he sat deeper in front of the opposition's back four. So an important lesson to learn is that for any midfielder or attacking midfielder, is that it's important that you want to make more runs forwards. Do this and you'll score more goals and create more assists. The more that you can get into the penalty box and the more often you can be in that danger zone, the more goals that you will score. Do this less and you won't have as much input or threat as that attacking player from those midfield areas.